Trial start. All rise.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class
The
trial.
game said Hiyoka died like the lion. That's true. She was tied to a well, but he wasn't like shot with arrows, but she was tied to a pole of some sort. Okay, yeah, that throws me off a little bit.
During the class, if
Yes,
you vote
yes,
correctly,
yes, I know how this works.
Well, who cares about?
I don't
Yes.
mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Sure.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
Also true.
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
Well, this doesn't surprise me.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that?
That's, I mean,
Listen up. The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
I love Akane. I really do.
Anyway,
Please don't kill every
with the trial,
dumbass
can't
in the
participate
game.
the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease.
Okay, let's
The
get over
hospital
this.
team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 on the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hioko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before.
At least I don't have to voice act all of this, but the voices are a little low in volume though,
When I
and they're
pressed the
even
button to
lower
turn
for
on
you
the light,
guys.
What appeared on screen was
Should I bump it up a little bit?
a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder.
Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story. And then what did you do,
I
Hajime?
hate how creepy he is over everything. Probably. Yeah, bump up the audio. Well, the thing about it is that like the audio in-game for the voices is already maxed out. So what I probably should do is lower everything else and then bump up the music on Windows. So like here, maybe. And let me know if it's too loud or still too low.
I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
And please do let me
motel?
know how the audio is.
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
Yeah,
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
sounds okay to me, friend. Nice, thanks.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Can you chill for like a second, bro? A second! Fucking
Don't say it like that and
Kazuichi,
confuse
bro.
people.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki
Mikan is the
escaped,
best. I really like
I had a
Mikan.
feeling she
I
was
do.
the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door.
Yep.
And when that happened, we
She's
didn't
very
just
nice. I
find
like her.
Ibuki.
Yes.
We also found Hiyoko's. And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
Confirming both of them were dead.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body body.
My old name was Mikan related, but I changed it to Junko. Oh, nice. I see. Yeah, you can change your Twitch name like once every month or something, right? I think.
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
When I saw the fucking
that's how
body,
the
I
case
just
played
threw my
out.
gun. Like,
Thank you. I understood it very easily.
like I watched back the stream, the previous stream when I saw the body, and I skipped over the cutscene when we saw the first cutscene when we see the hung body, because I threw my controller, and because when I threw my controller, it pressed the button and the cutscene skipped. I realized it like later. I didn't realize at the moment. One reason because I'm more like Junko than Mikan. Hopefully you don't like force people to kill each other. Hopefully that part of Junko is not there.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true?
I mean, okay, here's the thing. Yes, it's fair to question Hajime, but you know that Hajime has not seen the movie. You, of all people, know that Hajime has not seen the movie. So he's literally just saying this in order to be like, in order for me to explain myself, so then everybody is in the clear. Which, like, fair, but also fuck you. Once I consider changing my name to something Kokichi related. That's a dude from 3, right? What I do in my free time isn't your concern. Joke, lol. I like that you had to specify joke, because it's like, yeah, I don't want to imply that I commit murder.
Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious.
I need to extend the length of the game by at least another 10 minutes.
Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Like, what he's saying is true, but he also knows for a fact that I'm innocent because I didn't watch the movie. He was there with me when Monokuma said, "Oh, you didn't watch it. Anyway, here you go," and like stamped the thing. And he was the one that told me, keep the ticket, so maybe it will come in hand later, because he was already thinking about pulling this shit on me.
Do you doubt me?
It's not that he doubts you, it's that he wants everyone to doubt you, so then we can overcome that hurdle that he's throwing at us. Because
you're
it's the
not
troublemaker.
I would like you to prove it.
Fuck you.
Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
I'm gonna become a killer if you keep saying shit like this. Gah! It's just as Kazuichi said, Nagito's the kind of guy who'll just confuse us and make matters worse. Damn it, I shouldn't have explained it to Nagito. I'm in trouble now thanks to that. Like your argument? Yeah. Fucking... how do I move his invitation ticket? That one.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie,
It's not.
then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime's the only witness.
That's
Why
not it.
would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
Done.
No, that's wrong.
At least he's also the one that gives me the way out in order to contradict that. Like, very easily.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
I already knew that you knew. You're just an asshole.
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that.
God, you suck, buddy.
Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time.
You know what this reminds me of? In the first game, can Hajime just stab Nagito with his ahoge? We can only hope. He can clearly not fight back. Look at his hair. It's clearly not strong enough for the fucking Hajime ahoge. Fucking love Nagito. Yeah, you and a lot of people. I don't. Like, okay, here's the thing. You're new here, so you don't know. I think Nagito is probably the best character in the game. for like a character standpoint. I think he's the most interesting probably, and the game would be objectively worse if he wasn't in the game. So I like that he is in the game. I hate him though. Like as a person, I hate him because like everything he does is just to fuck with everyone. I mean, I know her like theme motivation, but like I already went over this like many times, so I'm not gonna go over it again every time. But like he's like emotionally selfish while pretending to be selfless, and I don't even know if he realizes that, and I don't like that.
Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
I was about to say, this reminds me of the first game in like the Trial 5 or 4, 5,
Which
when
means there's no
fucking
way Hajime, who never saw the movie,
Mukura died.
could commit murders. That
It wasn't
imitate
Mukura. Well, yeah, it was Mukura, but it was Mukura's body, and fucking Hiro was like, Hagakure was like, "Are we not sure it's not Kyoko?" And Kyoko's like, "I'm right here," and he's like, "But you could be a ghost. We have to prove it's not Kyoko." And then we had to go through like a whole sequence of like proving that it's not Kyoko, and it's like we're just wasting time. We're just extending the gameplay time here. There's no reason for us to have to prove with a minigame that is not a ghost.
Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought
Yes.
this up in the first place.
Because-
Nagito, what are you doing?
He sucks.
Since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
A worm?
What warm-up? This isn't a game.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
Let's move on to the actual... Oh, I see it now. Someone told me this last time and I didn't realize it. But Teruteru's X cross on his fucking portrait is a fork and a knife. Mukuro Ikusawa, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her. The 16th student. That one. Yeah.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
My dear sweet sister, who you killed.
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were
I would never
away
harm a
from the
hair on my
music
sweet
venue?
sister.
I couldn't have
Debatable.
been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
Yeah, it must have happened before. Like I threw a couple theories.
That's why the
Earlier.
killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, this is a good question.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
This is something that I
Which means
I haven't figured yet.
when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
Were they?
They were?
If that is the case, then that means that neither me, nor Chiaki, nor Fuyuhiko, nor Mikan nor Gundam are guilty. Then that leaves us with... If that is true, then it would be Soda, Sonia, Akane, Nekomaru. And that's it.
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time.
Yeah.
And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Okay, Sonia and Gasuichi. But like, we still don't know about Nekomaru. Well, they're assuming that Akane was in the... Mikan said that she checked the rooms of the patients and she didn't see Ibuki. But she didn't say anything about Akane. Okay. But imagine as Akane was just playing dumb the whole time and she was actually an intelligent mastermind or something. That would be insane. Getting spicy in here.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis.
Do they?
Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together.
Yes.
Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that.
Yes.
And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that
I don't know.
leaves
Mikan,
is
did you
one of
check up
you.
on Akane and Nagito? Okay. God, I don't remember the structure of the island, because what I'm thinking is, I just thought about this. Maybe the killer. Okay, so maybe the camera and the monitor that we saw at the music menu was not actually the one that was used to transmit to the hospital. Maybe it was like another pair. And the one that was used to transmit to the hospital was in a different building, in a different location, and that's when the murderer actually posed themselves going to hang themselves. Because you weren't here for this, but we were talking about this with Marcy. If you look at the video when the killer, well, like the person who's about to hang themselves, you don't see the strands of hair coming off of it, of Ibuki, which is how I realized that it was Ibuki when I saw the actual body. So, if we're operating on the assumption that that was actually the killer, because also the lights went off before we saw them hang themselves, and also there's a bag on the head. So all of that is, I believe, in there in order to confuse us and make us think that those connect when they don't. So if that is the killer and they transmitted from like a different building, which I'm not sure which building it would be, could it have been for like the hospital from like the room 4? No, could have been the conference room. That's how it links up, because there's another black curtain in there and a candle. You could just have to take a candle there. And like everything that happened at the music venue, well, but they would have to move the body. So, okay, so the killer was definitely there and moved the body by the time we all arrived at the second time. God, I'm so confused. I need to know if Mikan checked the bodies of... Well, if she checked Akane and Nagito.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi.
And Nekomaru, yeah. I hope we didn't get a ton of info from her doing investigation, but I just realized how much we really relied on Mikan this whole chapter. She just really should rest. She's been working too hard. Unless she's the killer. Well, in that case, she will be resting forever. But yes, she's been passing out, like, with her boobs on my face, like, 3 times by now.
Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh? You're kidding, right? You're not up to something weird, are you?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
I mean, it's fair what he's saying. It's very fair what Fuyuhiko is saying. The killer was inside the music venue. Fuyuhiko always thinks so, but is that really it? Oh boy, I have no idea what to say here. Make your argument. Okay, scrap of thick paper, step ladder, semi-transparent glove, surveillance monitor video. Maybe this too, but like, I have no idea. I have no idea what we're gonna do here. Okay, let's hear it.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Okay. That person's remark contradicts the truth. I should be able to prove that with my evidence. Okay, someone said something and contradicts the truth. I have no idea what anyone said. Is it recorded on the transcript at least? So I can go over. No, there isn't. No, it isn't. Well, that sucks. Okay. So
The killer was still inside the music venue.
I hate this minigame.
By locking the door from the inside,
Is that what he's saying?
they tried to keep us from getting in.
Locking the door from the inside.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
Stall for
How did they
time.
lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use
Well,
that as a
Hajime
bolt
said I have
lock
to
the door.
contradict something, so I don't have to agree
By
with that
doing
kind of.
that, the killer who was hiding inside waited until we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
Okay.
So they looked like they had just rushed.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Okay. Someone's remark contradicts the truth. Okay,
The
chat.
killer was still in.
Here's where you can play with me. Because I'm dumb. So
By locking the door from the inside.
locking the door from the inside. I mean,
They tried to
okay,
keep
so we know the bullet is most likely the glove since they're talking about how the door was locked. Like okay, so the door was locked with like a drumstick. Like they put like a drumstick on the door, and then when we broke it, the drumstick broke and it went flying. But like I have no idea what the fucking glove.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have.
The lock was on the floor.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
I'm just gonna
Use that
shoot at
as a- by
random
doing
shit.
that, the ki- Waited till we get and suddenly
So they looked like they...
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
I'm just gonna shoot random shit.
the killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside.
No, fucking shoot the thing. Sure, whatever.
What's wrong?
Whatever. So it's locking door from the inside and glove.
Hold on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
How?
Outside. How?
I mean, I want to know what the fuck the glove is.
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
Like glue. Glue.
I see.
So
But semi-transparent
they broke a
glob
drumstick
must have been glue.
and left it somewhere on the floor. Then they applied glue to the door and then they closed the door from the outside. In order to make us think that someone locked it from the inside with the drumstick when the drumstick was actually a deception. There we go. That's
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too.
it. Okay, got it.
It had a firm, gel-like chewiness. And I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
She's also doing this. I'm gonna put it in my mouth. That's cute.
Based on all that, I'm certain it was glue.
I like
I
Shaq.
didn't know glue was edible.
I tried before, but it was kind of
Glue
gross.
is not something one typically eats.
It is.
That glue was only
Don't eat
applied
glue.
to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. Yep,
Yeah. Okay.
it fits perfectly.
So that misdirection completely falls apart.
If you just stick them
So
together
probably
with
it's
glue,
not
you'll
Sonia
be able
or
to break down
Kazuichi.
the door easily, you know?
That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so?
Yeah, it can be easy. This game, it has to be a misdirection
It was
if
so
something is
obvious.
obvious. What was that,
It makes more
Leon?
sense to think the
I don't know
killer
about no
placed it as a
Leon.
diversion.
I only know 11037.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Damn it! It hurt my ego.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
Sure.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
Sure.
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Yeah.
Aw, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
If they couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue, they must have done it earlier than that.
Earlier.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
I mean, yeah.
When you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Yes.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too.
Like, the killer
Here,
must have had
I
to...
have proof.
How is this proof?
That scrap of paper. Is that what we found in the baton lighting at the music venue?
Yeah.
That's right.
It's a piece of wallpaper.
Just what is this scrap
It's a
anyway?
piece of wallpaper, or whatever the fuck was there at the storage room. Now I should be able to figure out what it is. Hangman's Gambit. And if it's not the word wallpaper, I have no idea what the word is. Is it wallpaper? I think it's wallpaper. Okay, give me a... Is that a W? That's a W. Done. It's wallpaper. Okay. Do this. Destroy it. Do this. Destroy it. Oh god. Do this. Destroy it. We need the ace. Done. Destroy. Fuck. Destroy. 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 Add. Destroy. Add. Whoa. Oof. Fuck. Oh, I should have slowed on time. I forgot about that. Oh god. Move you over there. It's oh, fuck. Oh. Wait. Wherever. Whatever. Oh fuck. I need a pee. Okay, that worked. That works. Just don't touch. Oh, that's... Sorry. I wanted to remove the R when I had to use that. But it's fine. Wallpaper, we got it. We're good. We're Gucci.
That scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room?
Yes, it is.
In the
You can
music
see it.
venue storage room. There's
Like, that's
sheets of
super
black wallpaper
obvious.
that's the same color
Because,
as
like,
that
even
scrap.
he points it out. But, like, the game wants to have a mini game. So you can
There
do
was
an
also a tear along
reply
the edge
to
of
it.
the wallpaper, wasn't there?
You're right. If you overlay the scrap that was
We know
caught
the
in
bullet is
lighting
most likely
with
the
tear in the
glove. Oh, yeah.
wallpaper, see? It fits perfectly.
Sure.
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
Was Hiyoko's body already there? And we placed like wallpaper in front of it so we wouldn't see, but we would be able to see like the column.
A mere
Right?
nobody like me isn't important enough to answer
Shut
that.
up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
But if you
Stop
guys
saying
were
shit like that every
exceptional
time.
enough to identify that scrap of paper, you can figure this out easily.
I cannot tell exactly why I hate whenever he does that so much. Because it's like a mixture of things. It's not only the fact that like it sounds like intrusive thoughts, so it's like fuck you, shut up, get out of my head. But it's also the fact that like he sounds like someone that is trying to get attention, like an attention seeker. Because that is the kind of shit that somebody who wants you to pay attention to them without saying it will say. And sometimes they don't even realize it. It's just like, I'm such a piece of shit, because they want you to reply, no, you're not. Like, reassure them that you're not. That kind of thing. and it's manipulative in that regard. Everyone's just arguing and debating in the trial, and Hajime's just standing there with a blank expression for a few minutes playing Hamming Spangman in his head. Yeah. And he, like, in the first game, you were just playing Hangman. But in this game, he's actually, like, moving things around, and it's like, fuck, I feel, it blows up, and he's, like, making the noises as he does it. Like, everyone is just arguing, and Hajime's just like, I need an art. I need an art. Art, got it. Wallpaper! And everyone's like, what? The scrap of paper stuck to the baton light and was part of the wallpaper I found at the station. Is it connected to the sudden appearance of Hiyoka's body? If I trace it back from there, the answer should become clear. Alright, let's give this a try. Oh, logic dive. Oh, I can use Ibuki's thing now. I forgot the controls. Accelerate. Oh, I forgot. Okay, I pressed a random button, and it just happened to be the jump button. Okay. That was the most opportune thing. Jump! Accelerate! Oh, this moves really fast now that I have Ibuki's move. Oh, you've never seen this minigame before, right? Question number 1. Why did Hiyoka's body suddenly appear at the crime scene? I suppose it was hidden. I mean, I have no idea how, but sure. Yeah, it was hidden. I have no idea how they did that. I mean, with the wallpaper, but like, I wanna take a look at that again, because I'm sure you can see it, but I was just stupid enough not to do it, which I suppose means it worked. Oh, okay, almost. I don't remember what is the button to do the brakes. Question number 2. What did the killer use to hide the body? The wallpaper. Or the wallpaper. Sorry, let's go. With the power of Ibuki, we'll accelerate and solve this mystery. Yeah. I really don't remember what are the brakes in this minigame. I know he's skateboarding. Yeah. Dude, like, okay, legitimately though, this minigame reminds me of like a really like old fucking Argentinian TV show that it used to be a game that you would play over on your phone, like home phone. How did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? That's the part that I don't know. Okay, is it a wall or they cover the pillar? Which one is it? Because I did not see it at all. And I wish I could see it again, but I can't do it. I wish I could see a picture of it, but I can't. In my head, I was thinking a wall, but they could have covered the pillar, I suppose. No, like I'm thinking a wall because it's stuck there at the top. So I'm thinking a wall, and if we die, we die. Let's go. We die. Goodbye, everyone. Okay. Also, okay, so there was this like really old Argentinian show where you used to play a game over the phone. Like you would call to the fucking TV show, and it was live, and you would be able to play this video game that it's like this. It was like a skateboarding minigame in this perspective, and it was like super cartoony, and it was like super dumb. It was just like collecting things and just whatever, and it was also ugly as shit. It was awful, but it was about like a piece of the Rue man, and he would like have to collect pizzas, and his name was Keto Pizzas. And okay, if I Google it, can you see it? Yes. Yes, and it was entirely like Latin American, I believe. Okay, fuck this. Fuck everything about the trial. We're watching a video of Keto Pizzas. Oh my god, this looks like shit. This looks awful. This looks terrible. Can I get a better video? That has like better quality. Oh my god, this is 4 hours long. Is this like every episode of Keto Pizzas ever? That would be fun. Keto Pizzas Marathon. Okay, so you used to play this with your phone by calling and being like, you have to press like the button 5 or yeah, you have to press 4 or 6 in order to like move to left or right. But the thing is, and this, oh my god, they had like a rhythm game too. The thing about this, you'll have to watch the like super shitty version with low quality. This thing, look at it. So the thing about this is that even when I was like 9 years old, well, first I thought, well, everyone who plays this game over the phone is a fucking idiot because they clearly don't know how to play video games because they keep missing inputs. But the thing is that, well, first of all, this game looks like shit. Back when I was younger, it looked better. But it's clearly like a super shitty game because it's also Argentinian or whatever. But the thing is that, okay, back to the stream. I realized, like, back when I was a kid even, I was like, hey, there is probably like a super massive delay when you call and you press the buttons to the game, and then from the game to your from like the transmission to your TV screen. There's probably like a massive delay. So I'm betting none of those people could actually play because there was like a 20-second delay, which completely defeats the purpose of the game. Completely. Oh yeah, I forgot. The music for the game. There we go. We're back.
I got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
Yep.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
what?
By wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
Show me the pillar. I want to see it.
So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
Okay. Okay, that looks like a normal ass pillar. But it, like, yeah, it has wallpaper on it, like, all around, while the other one just has pieces of it.
However,
And now that is a
is
slim
within
pillar.
slightly larger pillar. I didn't realize that at the time.
This also means that the killer had to come in and remove the wallpaper then.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
Everything looks better when we were younger. My brother and I thought the graphics of Mario Kart DS were so good that it was the best race humanity was ever gonna achieve. I mean, there's just a stupid kid thought, you know? Like, clearly things are gonna look better in the future. Like, dude, like, it would blow my fucking mind if I'd seen, like, the graphics of, like, Dragon Ball FighterZ or Guilty Gear Strive now, like, when I was a kid. Like Dragon Ball FighterZ would blow my fucking mind if I watched it if I seen that when I was a kid, because I was like a super big fan of Dragon Ball. So if I had seen that game, I would lose my shit. This is what video games will become eventually. It's like, whoa!
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar. So using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Alright.
The reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers.
I never played Mario Kart, by the way.
Look like that
Never.
pillar.
Because, like, okay, so Nintendo consoles aren't really a thing in Argentina very much. Well, I had a bootleg NES when I was a kid, so I played an NES, but that was it. Okay, so I do have a Switch that were you here when I told the story about how we fucking extorted Blizzard Entertainment into giving me a Switch for free? Because I do have that. But the thing is that every Switch game is like $1 bajillion, so I don't have any games on that other than like Smash and Zelda, and that's it. And right now, those games are like 5 times more expensive than they were before because Argentinian economy sucks.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
There we
The
go.
killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
And that's how we got you.
Been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on them.
Yep.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body.
I would like to play Mario Kart like 8. Is that the one that it's in there? I would like to play that, but it's like super expensive.
But the crime itself
There's so many games I
much
wish I
easier
could
to
play
pull
there,
off
but I
since they
can't.
don't have
Like
much
Fire
to do
Emblem
while
Three
Hajime's gone.
Houses. This is another game I would like to play.
They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hiyoko actually killed?
Like last night.
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
Okay.
You mentioned imitation murder more than once. But what is that?
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't
Mothballs?
eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them. I
Oh
knew
god,
it.
dude.
There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie.
Yes.
Not just that, but Hiyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It does.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
Unless
Why did the killer
Nekomaru.
go to all this trouble in the first place?
Okay, where is Nekomaru supposed to be sitting?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
Yeah, it seems that everybody saw it except for me. The reason the killer imitated the two victims in that movie, I should be able to explain that now. Because they like movies, to hide the weapon, to let their accomplice escape, to mix up the killing order.
I see.
Because it was 1 and 3.
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then, Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
Yep.
A valid line of reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
What are you on about,
I'm
Gundam?
not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change.
Bro.
Oh,
Bro.
I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
I also don't understand, but I'm not making a big deal out of it.
Bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look,
Bro, chill.
Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Uh-huh. Because of the
Light.
blood on
Your
the
words are
stepladder?
So light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor
I don't like how
when Hiyoka was killed.
defensive it is for like no reason.
How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, if this continues, we're just gonna talk in circles. I think it's best to clarify Ibuki's status when Hiyoko was killed. Okay, I'm not following. So let's try and figure this out. Blood on the souls. That. Okay, blood on the souls, stepladder. It has to be one of those.
When Hiyoko died, Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
Yes.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Yes. It
Did
would be
you
great
see
if you
her
just said it.
walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any?
She was walking the
the
dinosaur.
I agree with that.
There we go. Break.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood. There were faint bloodstains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Yes.
Hyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped
The
on
fact
her
that they said
blood-
she dies instantly of bloodlust, it's like,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil
oh
eye.
shit. Here comes Gundam.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks
Why are
of
you-
lamb,
why are you-
Hajime Hinata.
Why are you?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line. But are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, this world might be destroyed, you know.
Why are you being so defensive over like nothing?
You're so frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
Sword fight me. Alright, rebuttal showdown. Okay. Smudge on the floor. Step ladder. It's either smudge on the floor or step ladder, I
You're saying
suppose.
the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged. Ha! Impossible!
Why?
Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
There was.
You can't step on blood that was never there. Just did you see a nice nightmare?
As long as Ibuki's body has
Oh.
no open wounds, there's no doubt that that blood is Hyoko's.
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, yes. Then it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your... It's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
Retreat. Okay, so we need to retreat. I think we need to go back to the original topic.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet will... Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow
Fuck
me
you.
to cut through those words.
Okay, so you can advance to a place where you don't need to be.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
We do.
I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but...
I don't... So the thing is that this is like typical I'm guilty attitude to have. The reaction he was having. But he's also the person that pointed out the fucking thing on the wallpaper thing. So
Ibuki must have
I
already
don't think it
stepped
was
in
him then.
And the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding. Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
If the time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
Okay,
It
good.
appears that It is wiser to retreat for now.
Alright, Gundam.
Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Sure,
Just
buddy.
shut up and
Sure,
back off?
sure.
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Okay.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
What is it?
Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
Hey,
Yeah, any
the victim
word.
actually committed suicide. What are we supposed to do?
Suicide.
Same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is.
Except it would be her.
Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no blood
Very selfish
to
way to see
punish,
it.
but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito, what do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered.
Like, she killed Hiyoko and then she killed
For
herself.
example, it's possible
Yeah.
Ibuki killed Hiyoko and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible. Then she never would have killed her to begin with.
She was afflicted by the
Yeah, she
disease,
was.
remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders.
I think
right?
someone ordered her to do it.
After Hajime
Which is
saw
what
the
I said.
body, the sudden appearance of Hiyoko's body soon after.
Gundam was
means-
also very adamant that Hajime was lying about finding Ibuki's body too. I still don't think it's him though, since I was at the motel when we went there, so he couldn't have ripped off the wallpaper at that time. Yes. Also, like, he was the you weren't here for this, I don't think, but he was the person that was at the music venue and he saw the wallpaper on the ceiling and he was like, look at that shit, and you were like, oh, what's that? And then he was like, okay, I'll get it for you, and then he sent like a hamster to get it, and then you get the clue of the wallpaper. He wouldn't be so active in order to give you a clue if he was the culprit, I don't think. Also bring it back. Yeah, I'll see you.
The killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive. When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
And then she killed herself?
She hanged herself.
Like,
Remember?
dude.
There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
God damn it.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If Ibuki didn't commit suicide, then just what was that video Hajime saw?
A deception.
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Someone could suggest to her to do it, yes.
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
She was already kinda hypnotized,
I
so.
don't know anything about that.
I don't know, man.
Say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
So, an alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi.
Okay.
Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
Yeah, but that video could have been a deception.
Just to be sure.
But they don't
that
know
surveillance
exactly.
camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a
No.
cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then the video Hajime saw was.
But in the video you don't
actually
see her
live?
actually hang herself. But like, okay, so they cannot review that, and Hajime probably didn't think about it that
Did
way.
Hajime see that video?
Right before the
I saw it
Monokuma
at the
announcement.
hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement, and I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Everyone was
Now
asleep
then,
during
I
nighttime,
shall
so.
issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Okay. Make your argument. Mika's account, surveillance monitor video for Hiko's account. Mika's account is the one that is like, okay, she was sleeping with me, so. I think that's what it is. Sonia's account, movie. Okay. Surveillance monitor video. I want to see the truth bullet for the video, actually.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
Sure.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then...
Is that it? Okay.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong!
Hold on. Not all of us are missing an alibi. In fact, Mikan and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikan and I were actually together for a while.
They're wondering who doesn't have an alibi for when the murders took place, which must have been before we woke up. And Hajime is like, well, Mikan and I have alibis because we were with each other. And now everyone's gonna be like, what? You were with each... Soda's gonna be like, you were with each... What were you doing together, man? And he was like, it's not like that. And... Okay.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime. Too much info.
Yeah, TMI.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And then she fell asleep on top of me.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
Okay, so the thing is that we don't know when she came to me, by the way. Like, that's it.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was? Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process?
Is the reason that they chose to kill in this manner not an imitation but a way to deceive us to an extra level?
Is that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Such as? They could have had a different reason. If that's the case, are we still in the killer's trap? Instead of trapped set by one of us. If so, then, who's the smartest person here? Whose? Okay, what kind of trap is it? Oh. Trial. Suspend. Oh shit. We're hit the intermission? It's super early. Like, what the fuck? We're coursing through this fucking thing. Why, hello there, Monomi. The most balls sure look tasty. The most balls sure look tasty today. Don't characterize me as someone who lives off moss balls. And here's some chance time. What's that? Now then, Monomi's appeal time starts now. Appeal time? Your kind-hearted big brother is gonna give you the chance to reclaim your honor. Good luck. Show those jerks who treats you like a red-headed stepchild who's boss. That's 99% your fault. Where you were whining. Your time's already running out, so please make your appeal simple. About 3,000 words or so. That's too long. You'll just be a boring appeal. Come on, if your appeal is successful, there might be merchandise opportunities in your way. Then I'm a Sammy, magical miracle girl Sammy. I'm an itty bitty girl who's sweat like milk. Geez, and I thought certain Robo's little sister was supposed to be the best. What a disappointment. What are you talking about? I have no clue whatsoever. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's save. Last time I was doing a trial. You didn't see the last trial, but my internet connection died halfway through it.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation.
This trial is surprisingly short. It might not be. Like, maybe like the second half of it is like super long. Like, it's gonna be super convoluted. Because right now it seems to be really complicated. I have no idea what's happening, so.
Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this? We were
I hope it's
supposed
shorter
to have a
though.
fun, friendly
Because
school
I
trip, but it turned out all
don't want the
party
stream to go to
instead.
like 3 a.m. But it's like 11 right now.
No, this
I could go
definitely
until like
cannot be
1:30,
allowed.
but like
That's
3,
why
4 a.m. it's too
I
much.
want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself. And don't forget to save frequently.
Thanks, Monomi. Thank you, girl. I just checked my Discord for like a second, and a friend sent me a New York Post article that says scientists want to send 6.7 million sperm samples to the moon, and then just send me a bunch of interrogation marks. Just like, what the fuck are we doing as a species? The reason the killer did an imitation murder is a reason other than falsifying the murder sequence? Does something like that even exist? Would it be possible? Huh?
Suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
God, I hate you.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too.
My God, dude.
If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Why didn't you just jump in front of Akane's fucking Monokuma duel and fucking die in the process instead of Nekomaru? Why didn't you do that, huh? If you're so worthless.
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
Yeah, but the killer didn't know that, did they? Oh my God, Naito, shush. I'm glad that you're on the same page as me, because I feel like a lot of people love every time he does that. But I'm glad that we can bond over the fact that we are like, shut up, dude.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
Yes, thank you. Finally, I agree with you, Soda.
But I'm thinking about.
Oh, is he gonna
again now.
is he gonna listen to him and be like, yeah, okay, I'm not speaking ever again.
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
Yeah, but the killer didn't know the rule, did they?
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
Oh, is she gonna mention what I said? The lion is the one that was cowardly, and the team robot is the one that was the ones that didn't have a heart.
That's the one Hiyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation.
Also,
the
yeah,
lion
the lion was
actually
pinned by arrows.
right?
Nobody had their throats slit.
But Hiyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
I would assume so.
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying, Hiyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Hiyoko's murder wasn't planned?
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
Did they try to imitate Ibuki's murder by hanging? By telling her, go hang yourself? But Hiyoko just happened to be in that room because she went to change herself, and then they were like, well shit, I have to kill her now, so...
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like, for example, why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
Why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
You're saying the truth behind Hiyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Okay, I never noticed before, but how can one of the how can one of the devas be in his scarf? At like the bottom of his scarf, at like the end of it. How could it be floating there? Why Hiyoka went to the music venue if that's the key to all of this? I need to find that out, no matter the cost, because of what Sonia told me, you dumb idiot. We don't need to make a minigame every time. Oh my god, I cannot use Sonia's account. Then what the fuck do I use? So they killed Hiyoka first and Ibuki just so they could try and confuse everyone and get away with it? I think they were planning, maybe, they were planning to kill Ibuki by suggestion, just like, hey, walk in there and kill yourself. And Ibuki was like, okay, because she was brainwashed or whatever. But they killed Hiyoka earlier because that was the plan with Ibuki, but Hiyoka just happened to be there and she like heard it or something, and they were like, well shit, now I have to kill her too. I have no idea what to use here. I ideally want to have something like the right thing loaded before the game starts, but I'm gonna have to let it start, I believe. So
Why did Hioko?
yeah, I was gonna use Moto Ronku because of it, but
There's no way you'd know that.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
no, that's a blue. I'm an idiot.
Crap!
Why did Hioko go to the music? There's no way we'd.
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Is that it? There we
I
go.
agree with that.
Yeah.
It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Hioko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Hiyoka locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hioko got abducted.
How was
Then they
Sonia
couldn't
inside
have
her
hidden
room?
key that deep in her
When
kimono.
I'm
They
still
would've
hung
put it
up on
somewhere
that.
more obvious.
I mean, I'm assuming that the game is just like, well, you get in there, so she's supposed to be in there, so she follows you in there, but...
Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't lose.
Okay.
Are you saying my gut was wrong? This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
No, that's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
I'm worried that she's the killer. Legitimately. I don't even know what we're arguing about right now. Sonia's
Hiyoka
account.
was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak-looking, and that's why the killer targeted her.
We're good.
I can't back down.
By the way, I couldn't slash that final thing. I was like moving and nothing happened.
Hiyoko was locked inside her room. She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room and forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak-looking, and that's why the killer targeted her.
I can't back
What the?
down.
Mash. Okay, at least we can do that.
But
Like,
Hiyoko's
you
room
saw
was
that.
locked.
I was like, fucking move.
The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hiyoko locked the door herself.
Mm-hmm.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
Advance again.
There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hiyoko's
Do we have a
kimono.
limited amount of sword
The killer
slashes?
probably didn't realize she even had the key.
Hold on.
Do I?
Try remembering Hiyoko's
Oh, I do.
body.
Shit.
Her kimono was all messed up.
I chose the wrong thing. Okay.
Crap!
Hold on. Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer.
There we go. Okay. I do have a limited amount of guns. I didn't know that.
The reason Hiyoko's kimono was messed up was
I just saw it when you said it because I like looked at the screen for like the first time. Because in those minigames, there's so much shit that I'm just like focused on doing the minigame. I don't have time to like look at my surroundings in order to see if I have a limited amount of cuts or not. And maybe it was explained to me, but I don't remember because I have a terrible memory.
Wear her kimono?
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided to go out on her own.
Hyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her. I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue, and I suggested that she use it.
Then the reason her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Girl?
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
Bro, chill. Bro, chill. Bro, chill. For like a chill.
The killer probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonia, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Fucking simp.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense.
Kazuichi, you're my least favorite character right now. Please shut up. Is he my least favorite character right now? I mean, I hate Nagito more, but at least Nagito brings something to the table. I mean, to the game. He brings something interesting to the game. Kazuichi doesn't. We just have a simp in here.
Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake!
I'm glad that someone said Gundam out loud. I got to hear. Oh my god. Did I show you? I don't think you were here when I showed it, but I made a really good picture the other day. A meme. Here it is. It's Gunham Tanaka. It's the ultimate ham taster. The Gundam RX-78 too. It's him. It's Gundam. All right. Anyway.
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
Yeah.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki.
Yeah.
The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head. And without hesitation,
It just went and slit her throat. And her murder was impromptu.
Killed Hiyoko.
Yeah.
because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan.
Do you have any ideas?
Damn, you don't know the most important part.
Why kill Ibuki? The killer's plan from the beginning. I'm pretty sure we're very, very close.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
He's not gonna say anything because like 20 minutes ago, Kazuichi told him to stay shut up for the rest of his life.
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion.
I swear to fucking god, like our cast of characters at the end might suck. Because, okay, so at the end we're gonna have Nagito for sure. We might have Kazuichi. And he sucks too. And, okay, Chiaki's probably gonna stay. And she's cool. Sonya's cool, Akane is cool, and Fuyuhiko is cool. He might be dead. Or not showing up. Mikane is alright, but she's a little bit weird, but she's alright. But like, we have two characters that we like hate, and I don't see any of them dying anytime soon. And that's my problem.
Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Okay.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slipper.
Yes, we've gone
so
over
if
this.
She faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene.
If we learn anything from the first game, the dumbest, the unimportant character survives for no goddamn reason. Yes! It's actually like a trope. Like, it's actually like a trope. Like, the dumbest, unimportant character survives. Because it's almost... Okay. How do I explain this? Like, it's almost like saying that it's okay to be a dumbass, unimportant person because you might have something of value at the end. Like, at the end of the day, you can bring something of value just by being a dumbass, unimportant person. You don't have to be like a super smart or whatever. Which is why this simp is gonna survive. We can hope this applies to Akane. But even she, like, is cool. Even she has something that... yeah, she has something. She's a character that has something. She's cool. You don't. Soda just sucks. Like, he's just completely stupid and average. Have you ever watched JoJo? Or read JoJo? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Because that is the show that made me understand the concept of the dumbass always lives. Everyone else doesn't, but the dumbass always survives.
There'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Huh? Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
I mean, he was bringing up the idea that Ibuki didn't walk around with blood on her soles, because otherwise we would see the footprints. Yes, if Ibuki had blood on her feet, there would be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around. That's strange, that's very strange.
What's strange?
I'd see, it's not something we finished talking about. The footprints, they're still important clues after we completely overlooked. Just as Nagita said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. I mean, I'm pretty sure Aoi survived the first game, right? So I could imagine Akane would too. We can only hope. We can only hope. Like, I really enjoyed the dumbasses in the first game that made it out. Like, I really loved Aoi and I really loved Hiro, Hagure. They're great. Then why? Why would there are any footprints on the... stepladder?
I can prove it with this.
That's a good question.
If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
I sure hope so. I want to finish our free time events. For Akane, yeah, I do too.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely
I didn't even think
No
about this.
footprints
I
or
just
bloodstains
realized
at
it
all.
when he did.
You noticed such a small detail. How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate.
God, shut up. What are you talking about? You were so obviously leading us to it. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all this time. You're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate.
Didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
That video was not...
Unless there was something funny about that video.
Yeah.
I see.
It was fucking
So
fake.
there was some kind of trick arranged in that video.
But that's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video.
So just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video, and whether or not we can reach that hidden truth is all up to me.
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
Bullshit. Well, it's fine because we're the main character, so we can
As
figure
long
it
as I
out.
leave this to you,
The game
I
moves
won't tell
only
you
at the
to do
speed
your
that I
best,
move.
but, oh well, you should get started already.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
It's like they're all preparing me to go do the minigame. They're all going like, okay, he's gonna do the minigame, you can do it, Hajime. If there was some hidden clue in that video, I should have seen it something strange as I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up. I'm the only one who actually saw the video. So I'm the only one who can do it. Oh, it's gonna give me a spot selection. The same video that I saw. I mean, I would point to the hair, but based on everything we know from the debates thus far, I should be able to figure out what's strange. Let's try the ladder.
Here!
There was the ladder.
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that
It doesn't have
stepladder
blood
weren't dirty,
on it.
but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder.
Which is the side that you see on the video.
However,
I also
that
hope I can
contradicts
finish
the video
Chiaka's
I
events
saw
and
at the
possibly
hospital.
Mikan's too. I don't think we're gonna be able to do both, man. I'm sorry. I don't think we're gonna be able to do both, man. Like, if Akane lives, we're gonna finish her. So, one day is gonna go on Akane, because she's at 4 out of 6. Then we'll have to do 5 more for either Chiaki or Mikan, which means 10. So we're gonna have to choose who do we want to pay attention to, and I think I'm gonna choose Chiaki. Okay.
there weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean.
Let's talk about the strands
That
of
is
hair.
truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
I kind of want to go for Chiaki too. Yeah, I'm really liking Chiaki. I feel like I would
Even so,
really get
the
along with
fact is the
Chiaki
stepladder
more
had
than like
blood on
anyone
it at
else in the
actual
game.
crime scene.
Like, whether or not she's like my favorite character or not, which is she's not because these two exist, I think she would be the person that I would get along with the most. Like, it would be Chiaki and maybe Peko. Well, Peko didn't want to get along with anyone, so it would probably be Chiaki. Maybe Mikan. We can hang out with Mikan. Mikan is cool.
But the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were 2 step ladders?
I'm also saying there were 2 people
But
on 2
where
bags.
would you find another stepladder? There was
Because
only
there were 2
one
bags, too.
stepladder in the music venue.
The transmission was
And
coming
one
from
of the
somewhere else.
stepladders was somewhere other than the
Yes.
music venue.
Yes.
What do you mean?
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different. Am I right?
There's nothing else in the background of the video that is discernible. There's just a fucking curtain. Which is what Chiaki thought. So it was probably being transmitted from the hospital.
That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
Could have been Akane. Fuck. Because if Akane was in the hospital and the transmission was coming from the fucking room in the hospital that has the black curtains, which is something that they deliberately told me, which means that it's something that is connected, then that means that the transmission came from the hospital, which means that it was probably Akane. Or Mekan. Okay, so it's one of those two, Akane or Mekan. I hope she doesn't get killed, even though I feel like she will, unfortunately will. Well, it was Akane or Mekan, I'm telling you. Fuck.
What are you two talking about?
The stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Shaka said that the stepladder was a different place, but if that's the case, the thing that's different between that video and the actual scene of the crime is that thing, the place where the killer did something? Hang on a second, bit. I have no idea what to say. I have no idea. What the? Display question. What's the difference between the video I saw and the actual crime scene? Sure, let's try random letters. Okay, it's not an L. Sure. Is it an F? It's an F. Cool. The floor? I don't know. It's okay, so it's probably not two Fs in a row. I. Okay, it's an I. If you at any point have an idea of what the words might be, tell me, because I have no fucking clue. Is it an M? It's not. I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. Filming location, something like that. I swear to God. Wait, is it location? It's probably filming location. Maybe. Okay, you two are gonna meet. Fuck. 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 I have to pause to like, fuck. Fuck. If it's so, yeah, most likely that. Like, there's too much shit. Oh, this filming, yeah. I need an L. Fucking god, fucking piece of shit, damn it, fuck, shit. They touch, fuck. Dude, there's too much shit. Like, the reason why I keep pausing is because I'm trying to collect my fucking touch. Okay, this is low. I need an A. Disappear. Fuck. Disappear. Disappear. Get away. Disappear. I got an A. I only have an A. I only have an A. Disappear. Disappear. Get the A. Disappear. That touch. A. Go. Okay. K. T. I need a T. Disappear. T. T. Go. Okay. I need an I. There we go. Disappear. Grab that. Grab that. Grab that. Disappear. Fuck that touch. Locate she on. I need an Oaks. Okay. Now I need an okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Done. Good job getting it that quickly. Yeah. Like, I have no idea how I got it, but still, thank you. I feel accomplished.
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
I mean, I only got it fast because I just threw random letters. And I got like Phil, and I was like filming, and then I was like location. There we go.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured
They
by the
moved the
music
camera.
camera, you know?
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also
Yeah.
tampered with the surveillance camera.
They move a camera
unit.
from one place to the other. Unless it was just Kazuichi and he was just fucking with it. In order to show us that they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else. What did the killer do to his surveillance camera unit? They moved it from one place to another. Logic dive. Let's go. With Ibuki's power. Logic dive is just the Ibuki minigame for me now. Because she's my fave babe. And she gave me the power to skateboard better. Ibuki probably really enjoyed the Tony Hawk games. Oh god. And then we do that. Then we go over here. Then we go over here. Then we go over here. It was filmed in the staff room then, since that's where the curtain is. It's not the staff room. It's the presentation room or whatever the fuck it's called. Wait, what is the... Which part of the surveillance camera unit did the killer tamper with? The camera. Well, I would say both, actually. They'd have to move the whole thing. Yeah. Okay, no. It's the camera. Just the camera. Oh, got it. Yum. I wonder if I could have jumped to this. To the blue lane while I was in the yellow lane if I had been quicker. Well, that's pretty fast. It's pretty sweet. Like, too fast. Too fast. That's crazy. The hospital, the music venue. Like, that's what I said, what you said about the curtain, because that is in the hospital. So it had to have been Akane or Mikan. Did the killer tamper with the camera at the music venue or at the hospital? Of the I mean... There we go. That one's obvious. Oh, that one's freaky. Yeah. This one's super freaky. I like it. Boost. 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 Jump. Question 3. What did the killer do with the camera from the music venue surveillance camera unit? What did the killer do with the camera from the music? They took it with them. They took it with them. Boost. Oh, that's it.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue.
Yeah.
With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hiyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That
Couldn't
means
tell.
you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
I saw a dead body. Give me a break.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the
Yeah.
camera.
Well, that's true, but in order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
Destroy it. The thing the killer did to destroy it.
I see! The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it.
Yeah.
As long as it was in pieces,
Fucking
you wouldn't be
titty
able to tell if
typhoon.
the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
So it couldn't have been fucking... So, okay, it still couldn't have been... I'm thinking Akane. Because, okay, here's the thing. It's not me. I don't think it's him, for plot reasons. You were at the hotel. You were apparently also at the hotel. I don't remember. You two. You apparently as well. You were with Mikan and me. So neither was Mikan. Akane was at the hotel. She could have had access to the fucking conference room or whatever. She could have done the feed from it. What if like Monokuma threatened her with like Nekomaru or something? I think it's funny how Hajime Ahoge moves like a friggin' antenna. Yeah. I like Hajime Ahoge.
It was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Well, it could be in a limited amount of
Despite
places.
Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
So,
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
so it was from within the hospital, which means even if it was filmed in another place, as long as it was transmitting to the hospital, the range would be pretty limited. If that's the case, where was the video filmed to make it look like it was filmed at the music venue? The only possibility is that place inside of that building. Payments again, shit. How is it called? Conference room? Conference. Yeah, conference fits. Let's try. Okay, it's conference room. It's fast at the beginning. If you give me a couple O's, I can work with that. But we can get rid of that. There we go. Need an N, please. There we go. There we go. Now I need a couple E's. There we go. There we go. Conference. It's getting crazy now. There we go. And now I need the C. Shouldn't have dismissed that C so quick. Oh, it's fine. Doesn't matter. I need an E. That is an F. Done. Perfect. That was perfect.
I got it.
That was fucking sweet, dude. Done. Hajime's so proud of that one.
It's possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Yep.
Huh? The conference room?
But the hospital and
That was
the
Pog.
music
Yeah,
venue
man.
look
Pog.
completely different.
Pog.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
I fucking love that the new Pog is just a lizard now. It's a fucking... It's a Komodo dragon. It's awesome. To make a conference rooms look like the Music Avenue, the killer went ahead and did some work. I've got to make clear what the work was. Make your argument. My least favorite minigame. What the fuck? What are we doing? What have we not used yet? Scrap of thick paper. I mean, it could be the thick paper. The music venue curtain. Yeah. Music venue curtain. We haven't used Fuyuhika's account yet.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Can I... Was that blocked or...
Damn it!
Damn it.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Fuck. There we go.
That must be it.
That must be it.
What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room.
By putting the curtain there.
They did that by using the black curtain.
Because they
hanging at the
did
back
make
of
an
the
effort
stage.
to say that the music venue didn't have that, like, they don't think that it had that curtain before. The curtain was placed afterwards, so.
From what I remember,
Yeah, there we go.
there used to be a really flashy curtain, but after the incident,
So the curtain was different. It turned black
somehow
later.
became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
And it wasn't the right side, yeah.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
I don't have a half-ass. Well, your face looks stupid.
You tell him,
curtain was
Monomi.
hung so the music venue would look
You
like
tell
a
him.
conference room? In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light-blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is
It's also wooden.
the same color as the music
Yeah.
venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
Probably. Something else the killer did to make the music venue look like the conference room? It's gotta be that. What? Dang, when I'm here with absolute roasts. The candle. Right?
I can prove it with this.
When I'm out here with absolute roast. Okay, hold on.
You're referring to
What's
the
happening?
candle in the music venue, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, that's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
Yeah.
But wouldn't they have done
We
it
can
to
look and
make
see
it
how much of the
feel
trial is left by
weird?
seeing what we haven't used yet. Yes, that's right. Okay, what have we not used? I don't think we've used the file, but the file will always be there. Is what I was gonna say, but that's alright. We haven't used the rope. We haven't used the AC temperature, 2. We haven't used as much, 3. 4. 5. I don't know if we used that one. Oh, we can still go back to it. Yeah. So like 5 or 6. But it feels like that is pretty linear. Like it feels like we're gonna use those
That
as soon
might
as
have
like
been
we
another
we
reason,
like
but
pin down a person
The
and then we
main
prove it.
reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail.
It sucks that
Maybe
either
they're
Akane or
going for that
Mikan are gonna die. I like both. Yeah, me too. And I'm pretty sure it's Akane, not Mikan. Because Mikan was with Fuyuhiko when supposedly, well, they did split off at one point. Fuyuhiko said that they did split off at one point, but he said it wasn't long enough.
With that cheap-ass camera,
Damn it.
it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
Then who was at the
If I found
hospital?
proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up. so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would
Unless
have
it's
been
like
too far,
Nagito.
and the interior
It
design
would
of the
be
movie
awesome
theater is too
if it was
distinctive.
Nagito and we can just kill him, but I don't think that's going to happen.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime.
Nagito said that he saw like 2 ibukis or something, right? Maybe he saw 2 people with the robes and the bags on their heads. And that's... Yeah. When he was delirious during the morning, that's what he said.
You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime. It's occurring in the conference room.
I feel like I've heard Bayside Cop say that before, but isn't it the other way around?
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No.
No, that's not
No.
possible.
Girl,
Right after Hajime saw
that sounds like a
video,
misdirect.
he discovered
Fuck.
Ibuki's body at the music venue.
The video was filmed at the conference room, but Hyuki's body was at the music venue, which means there was a fake somewhere. The fake must be... Yeah.
I see.
We didn't see that person actually hang
The person wearing
themselves.
the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki.
Also, the hair was...
It
yeah.
was the killer pretending to be Ibuki.
So, not Nekomaru, but who though? It could be Akane. It really
The
could.
killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
Yeah.
They took Ibuki from the
It was-
music
it was
venue
many
to the
hours
hospital
longer.
to kill her. There's no way it happened during the day.
But then it's suspicious from Mikan. Yes, it's Hiyoko in the motel. But then it's suspicious from Mikan it just happened like way before. So that's what happened. Then no matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue Ibuki. At that moment, I was already in the killer's trap. And the only one who set the trap for me
Why
was...
did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one
Is it Mikan?
possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly,
I don't know if they're gonna make me choose right now. Mikan or Akane? Because if Ibuki was killed like way before... Right until the Monokuma announcement that morning, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. But like, she could have been killed like last night. We don't know when she came to my room. After when she went to check on everyone, realized that Ibuki had disappeared. I don't remember the events of that morning when I played them last stream. I don't remember those specific details. Akane or Mikan. I'd suspect Akane more, but...
then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Huh?
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
That's right, I should already know. Oh boy. Can I say? I can say. Akane or Mikan, what are we doing? Wait, we didn't see the hair of the fake in the conference room. It might be Akane since it's easy to hide her hair. I mean, both of their hairs... Well, her hair is much longer. Akane's hair is easier to hide, but still, like, long-ish. But I also thought of that earlier. I should have already known who the killer is. Let me look at them. She's crying. You're surprised. Akane or Mikan? Please don't give me the animation of I was right.
Crap!
No. Okay, we're good. Okay then. Then the other best girl dies. Akane's height doesn't really match up with Ibuki. Mikan's does. I should already know who the killer is. Alright then. Damn it, really?
You're the only one!
Okay.
Mikon, you're the killer, aren't you?
Really? Best girl was... Well, she's not best girl. She killed the best girl. But really, Mikon?
What are you talking about?
Did you contract the disease and murder
Like
people
I
because
said,
of it, or what?
Aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hiyoko?
Killer? Huh?
So this will forever go down in history as the morning that fucking Hajime woke up with a killer's booze in his face. He was almost the third victim. Oh man, why did it have to be her of all people? What could have been Nagito or Kazuichi? Yeah. What could it have been Nagito or Kazuichi? Or like, I don't know. Nagito or Gundam, or Nagito or Nekomaru, or Nagito and Nagito. Why couldn't it have been Nagito? That's what I'm getting at.
I'm the killer? What is this?
Did she actually go crazy and kill someone?
Don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would
Yeah,
probably
Nagito
kill
too.
her first.
Yes, this is all true,
She's
but
right. A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question.
is it though?
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
When she fucking put your booze on your face, that was an
Now
alibi.
that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikon have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence.
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
Okay, when she was freaking out. Shouldn't you get some rest already? You should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep, right? Then if you insist, I will use the on-call room upstairs. You must be mentally exhausted, so it's better if you relax in the lobby instead.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music venue. And showed that to me.
Oh man.
Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
Yeah, so it couldn't have been literally anyone other than people that were at the hospital.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
So it narrows it down to 3 people.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that
Well.
must mean...
Please wait a second. What are you saying? I'm the killer.
I would believe if she was the killer and didn't know it. I really hope at least the reason for killing is nice. I don't want to lose faith in her. I really believe that, like, she didn't mean to kill anyone. Like, she actually had contracted the despair disease or whatever. And, like, we didn't see it, but it did happen. Something like that.
That's impossible. There's no way I could kill someone.
I did say this before, didn't I? We did talk about this. If the despair disease makes you do, like, the complete opposite, and her goal in life is to help people and take care of them because she's the ultimate nurse, then the opposite would be...
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
Wrong. It's totally wrong. It's not what you think.
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikon is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
They're all talking shit on Mikan.
Slow-witted remark is not necessary.
Yeah.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time.
This is gonna suck. We're gonna have to kill like this like
In a
fucking
tournament for
wonderful
social
person.
punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation. Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious.
say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
So the thing is that, like, I would say this is guilt tripping, but it's her, so I believe that she means this honestly. Everyone's ganging up on me. Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? Could it be I'm the one making a mistake? No, in fact, it would be so much easier if I was wrong. If I have this much doubt about someone I've spent so much time with.
Can you hold on a minute?
Here we go. He's gonna be the one to save me.
I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to
Shut up.
missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth
Fucking,
saying at an important time like
fucking
this.
shut up. Fucking, just say it.
What are you saying?
The despair disease.
There's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time. I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
Elaborate.
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
You better not have kept quiet on purpose.
Talk.
This is a game.
Actually, yes, Monokuma, you're right.
Please don't say such controversial statements.
No, true.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Tell me.
Dang, that's a huge deal.
Yes.
A decisive clue. Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was
Okay,
dating
we're talking about the rope.
This rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new.
Can I look at it? The rope used for hanging, according to Mikan, there's no doubt that it was the cause of death. I mean, I can't see anything.
Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly.
Okay then. Is this the rope that they used to tie you up, or
But
something?
why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this.
It wasn't hanging. It was just like this to her neck. Yeah.
The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her.
Maybe in her
The
sleep
center
too.
of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
This sucks. I don't like seeing this.
Hold on. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along.
Yeah.
What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
So this rope won't be much of a clue. Then I might as well search another place.
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
I was just fucking with y'all. Because other people can fuck with you. So I should too. Just to keep you in check.
More importantly, what
Oh
was
my
all that
God.
about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
Oh my
And then
god.
I finished speaking.
Huh?
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Nagito's words contain a decisive clue? Is that really true? Okay, I have no idea what he meant then. he did say fucking he said very strongly, which makes me think Nekomaru or Akane. Other than that, literally no idea.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
Sure.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too.
Does it?
It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Does it? Ibuki's true cause of death was strangulation. The fact that it's indecisive that will lead to the killer. Is that true? Okay, what do we do?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
I mean, we...
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different.
Okay.
The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging.
I have no idea what to say.
Why would that be?
Did we fall for some...
What does this say? Rope used for hanging. According to Mikan, there's no doubt that the cause of Ibuki's death was her hanging herself with this rope. Oh! There it is then. Mikan is like, oh, she totally hung herself. So that was a lie.
That must be it.
Done. Mikan was lying. There we go.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
There we go. There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right? Yep, she had no other external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself. I see, I see. So Ibuki died by hanging herself. So at that moment, he was like, alright, it's
That
her.
was a complete lie.
And then he
Wasn't
just
it,
like,
Mikan?
he just fucked around for 4 hours almost, we're coming up on. Because he wanted us to prove it, that we could figure it out ourselves, you know? Fuck you, Nagito.
Well,
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking. You, Mikan, the ultimate nurse.
please wait.
Elaborate.
First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
I feel bad because I do like her.
You were right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
I mean, here's the thing. What if she just decides to be like, actually, no, I was just... Because everyone wants to believe her because she's too cute. That might be part of the ruse.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
Are you pretending to be cute? Have you
Mikan
pretended to be
nursed me
cute the
till I
entire
got
time?
better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her.
Yes.
It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikan because she was nursing her.
So Mikan volunteered to nurse us? Cause she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
Well, but he fully admits that he's a piece of shit. That's the
I'm
difference.
not a criminal. Mikan is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry. but there's no way I can forgive you.
Because you fuck with my head and made me feel like I was despair when I'm
I
hope.
just can't forgive this crime at all.
Is that why you can't forgive it?
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikan is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess.
We're gonna have to agree with
But
him, I
is that
think.
really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
I don't think you know what that word means,
You're
Nagito.
friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
I agree, but I think it's her.
Really not the killer.
Um,
There's no way. I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop. I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this.
in bringing up forgiveness, maybe he's trying to break her act.
But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
I mean, I have to. We're gonna all die if we don't. We've been doing this shit for 2 trials now,
That's
3
not
now.
it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
Hmm?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict.
This is true.
'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
I'm stupid. Don't say things like that.
If you want to believe in
I
someone,
love her.
you need to overcome doubt first.
Yes.
Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Yes. This is great.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
Is that okay. All right. Let's. Here we are. Here we are. Oh yes. Oh yes. It was all a lie. It was all a lie. The Celestial Ludenberg fucking character showed up. Mika, no, please. I like you. Don't do this. You're getting Nagito'd again. You're getting Nagito'd again.
Ah, so in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh?
We're getting Celestial Ludenberg again.
Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always.
Is this character what happens if you cross Celeste with Doko and you get this? Oh, come on, again? Yes, again. You're getting Nagito'd again.
It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Hey, Mikan.
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Not fair.
In a way, the best thing that could happen to your favorite character in this franchise is for them to be killed. Because it seems that they either get killed or they snap. It's one or the other. You can't like a character in this franchise.
Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you
Or they were just lying.
yourself right away. What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Girl?
Is acting like this your strategy now? Well, this is annoying.
Nagito Komaeda said, "This is annoying. Don't act like that."
To be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it?
I don't think we have
That's the
to.
issue.
It's already there. We can see it.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some? I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth is one of us murdered 2 of our friends. That's why We gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair.
Yes. Chiaki.
Mikan, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Like I said, it obviously wasn't me.
Can you prove it?
Prove it? Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video?
You were at the hospital.
That's right! Show me your proof!
It's not conclusive proof, but...
Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy! I didn't do anything wrong! Why does everybody always hate me?
Oh my god, girl.
Just forgive me already!
She sounds like an Evangelion character. Almost. She sounds like she's about to cause the third impact. Like, y'all watched the end of Evangelion?
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
Yes.
I'm not the killer! No video! I never filmed that video!
It seems she finally started arguing for us.
Huh?
But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime.
Yes, you're the only one who can find her hole, Hajime.
So,
Don't let us
I'm going
down.
to leave this to you once again.
Find her hole. Could it be? Was this Chiaki's goal all along? She's saying everyone's fate depends on me, the only person who saw the video.
You get to decide I'm the killer. Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
I need to make up my mind. I'm the one who has to do it. I'm the one who's gonna finish this. How? What are we doing? Your argument. Okay, what are we doing? AC temperature. We haven't used that one yet. We have used Mikan's account. We have used Wilson Soul. We have used rope user hang, I think. We have used the yeah, maybe AC temperature probably. We haven't used that one yet, so I'm gonna try that.
I'm not the killer!
Says the accused.
We can't think of anybody else other than you.
Mm-hmm.
Who could have filmed that video?
Also, you're the one that went crazy, so.
Huh? Do you have any proof?
Is it really Mikan?
Is
Yeah.
the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type!
Go with
So
that.
please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Oh, do I have to absorb something? Don't flinch, don't hesitate, don't run away. I'm the only one who saw that video. Who else is gonna do it if I don't? I get he's the protagonist and all, but why are they all relying on Hajime for this? Because he's the only one that saw the video. I mean, yes, it's a very like video gaming thing to do of like, you're the main character, do it. But it's at least he's the only one who saw the video, and in this case, it's still better than the entirety of Trigger Happy Havoc, when every time Kyoko knew the answer, she was like, Makoto, why don't you figure it out? Why don't you tell us? And the only reason for that, it was just because he's the main character. That's like literally the only reason in the first game. I don't know what I have to do. Do I have to absorb something?
I'm not the killer!
And then use it again in the mistake?
Can't think of anybody else other than you. Who could have filmed that video?
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her?
It's a handbag proof. And then there was Byakuya.
Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital's?
That's but those slippers she had on. I mean, the slippers are sus, aren't they? And then there was Byakuya. Tell him, Negi. my meme was tell him, Makoto. I mean, what do I absorb? I absorb bag on the head, which we haven't talked about the bag at all. But I don't see how that connects to anything right now. We can use slippers because the slippers had blood and we already established that they should have, like, whatever. We haven't talked about, like, the, like, handprint on the, oh no, we have talked about that. The camera bullet with the statement of the camera angle. Do we have a camera bullet?
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Surveillance camera unit, is that it? Surveillance camera unit. Surveillance camera unit put inside the music menu for communication purposes. Being smashed to pieces no longer works. I don't think that is it. Okay, let's look at my bullets. So we had blood on souls, right? What are my bullets? Do you remember them? Perhaps not. Rope used for hanging. We already used that. Motel room key. Scrap of thick paper. Music venue curtain. We already talked about the curtain. Step ladder. Candle. Surveillance camera unit. AC temperature. We haven't talked about the AC at all. Mikan's account. Item to the money. Balance monitor video. Hiyoka's account. Sonya's account. Invitation to Monokuma's account. I feel like we're gonna talk about the backs later, but like God, I don't know what to do.
Is that really your?
Surveillance camera unit.
You could tell her.
Body type from the hospital gown. Where are my bullets?
Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Camera angle. No.
Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out
Is that
her
it?
body type.
Dim candlelight.
So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Damn it. I don't know what to do. I can start shooting random shit. What's gonna do it if I don't?
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you.
I'm thinking I'm gonna have to absorb something and then shoot it at
Could have filmed that video.
Chiaki.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital
I'm gonna
gown?
try dim candlelight.
Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
No, camera angle.
Just from that dim candlelight?
How did she know the camera angle?
There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type!
How did she know what camera angle that video was in and if I'm the only one who saw it?
Hajime,
Is that it?
pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
That's not fuck! Calm down, that's not enough for you to panic and enter berserk mode. Okay, fun. But that makes sense though. She was like, from that camera angle? And I'm just like, but how do you know what camera angle it was?
Damn it!
What am I doing? Calm down. Think this over one more time. So I'm gonna kill us all by failing.
I'm not the killer!
Once, well, two,
We can't think of anybody else other than you. Who could...
Fuck.
Huh? Do you have any proof?
I kinda wanna write down what my bullets are. Maybe I saw the killer's mistake and used it on camera angle, you know, the other way around. Oh!
Is
Sure.
the hemp bag on her head the proof?
That's dumb, but sure.
Is the hospital gown she was wearing?
Let's try that. We're gonna lose a lot of time here.
Really? You could tell her body just from that camera angle. Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
It's dumb, but it's worth a shot. Yeah, it's dumb, but it's exactly what this game does. It's exactly this game's brand of dumb.
Who can point out the killer's mistake?
Serve that. Done.
I'm not the killer!
Okay, we waste like 2 minutes of the clock here, maybe more. When does she say camera angle?
That video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different bodies.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Fuck. Please. Yeah!
I'll shoot through that
You're right.
contradiction.
That's what it was. That's what it was. God, this game is so stupid. Like, you have the right answer, but no, you have to do it like the long way around. That requires you to go through it at least one time and then redo it, which is like the... Ugh. Like, it actually worked. Yes. Okay, my logic was good, but the game was dumb. Danganronpa. Buy now on Steam. That's it. I summed up the entirety of this game franchise right there. That's the subtitle for this game. That's the tagline. My logic was right, but the game was dumb. Danganronpa. Available now.
Mistake?
My name is not
As I
Dave.
said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
Yes.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle.
Yep.
So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
Yep.
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole.
Mm-hmm.
You lied, didn't you?
Bodied.
Are you serious?
Nobody wants to believe it either.
Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me! Huh?
Bitch, do you have an actual condition? Are you bipolar? When someone talks to you and you didn't quite hear what they said, so you're just like,
I was wrong. No, that's not it at all.
what are we doing? Girl, what are we doing?
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
That girl ain't right. Impossible.
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
I cannot believe I got Nagito'd again. Yeah, because like, even this stream, you were just like, man, I hope we can at least complete Mikan. And I was like, yeah, sure, man. I like Mikan too. No, body.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
There are two bags, Monokuma said so. Bodied.
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that?
You're even deflecting the clear suspicious thing.
More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater?
Yeah, but Monokuma said it's actually two. So.
Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right?
You actually can't see it from this camera angle? Oh, I guess it wasn't her after all. She didn't know about the camera.
Whoopsie. Don't worry.
Never mind.
I remember even if you don't.
I remember even if you... Girl? Are you trying to make yourself seem innocent or suspicious? Because I think you're failing.
There's no mistake. that tote bag is a limited item.
It's a limited item of 2 items for one person.
So don't you think it's impossible?
No.
Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think? That's why that video isn't fabricated. And I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Why does it always have to be the murder nurse? Why can't it be a normal nurse? Why couldn't she just be nice?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
Well, on the plus side, we'll be able to complete Akan's fragments. Yeah, man! And also, we don't have to choose who we want to do next. Because we'll just do her, and then we'll do Chiaki, and then the game will end, and everyone else will be dead. Yeah, we'll complete Akane, for sure. So that's nice.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
I forgive you. We still have to kill you so we don't die, but I forgive you, girl. Long time no see. Well, not really. It's time for the 3rd panic talk action, PTA. This is probably gonna be my last show of doing a class trial. Please humor me well, tend your ears one last time. Starting from this PTA, the reload and ammo features will be added. You will no longer be able to make do with just the B button, which I'm assuming is the A button. Below the tempo marker in the lower portion of the screen, the number of bullets are displayed. From this point on, you'll need 1 bullet to destroy 1 remark. When you're out of bullets, you will be able to destroy remarks, but no matter how much you mash the B button. You'll be able to refresh your bullet pressing the X button to reload. Just like locking on, press the X button in time with the tempo marker. The controls are the same as the B button. Match the tempo marker by using pressing the X button. I'm great. Nothing is getting through my brain. Number of bullets was refreshed. It's based on how well you kept the tempo. If you get the timing wrong when you press the X button, bullets will not be refreshed, so be careful. Also, your ammo will be completely refreshed and will not run out during fever time. If your difficulty level is set to gentle, you do not need to reload. I guess it was a pretty useless explanation, even though it was the last one. That should be all the explanation for class trials. The rest is up to you to overcome. You should be able to find it beyond this point what you and I both yearn for. True despair. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item!
Sure.
That's why that crime is impossible.
She keeps switching.
Pull off.
Okay, so her character. Let's analyze it. The only reason why she's so overly cute and clumsy, and probably even the reason why she completely just like falls pussy open, is because she wants people to like her. That's literally the only reason. She's not actually clumsy, she's doing those things deliberately. Because she wants people to like her. Because she consistently keeps screaming that she wants people to forgive her or to treat her nicely or whatever. That's probably what her psyche is all about. I don't know why she killed people though.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
Will you
Yes.
forgive me? You'll forgive
It's more
me,
trauma.
right? Isn't
Yes.
that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
Yes. I mean, yes, it's trauma. I might forgive you if you shut up. But yes, like it's absolutely some kind of trauma. Half the cast of characters in these games are always traumatized in some degree. At this rate, we're not getting anywhere. I gotta do something and end this. I gotta play the fucking rhythm minigame. Panic talk action. She's okay. How do we do?
Still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want.
Listen to her
Can
lines
you
of dialogue.
forgive me already?
No, fuck that.
I'll do anything you want.
Favor, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Forgive me! Forgive me!
Die.
There's only one bag.
Um,
It's impossible to use it in 2 places at the same time.
Their price bonus doesn't work. What is it? How do we arrange that. Okay, I wrote it down in a TXT. Their price bonus. So in which order do we want to do this? That's the one I wrote. So their bonus price. Their bonus price. Let's try that. That sounds good. Their bonus price. That sounds alright. Fuck.
There's only one bag.
Their bonus price.
This is the end.
There we go. Get fucked!
Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
Yeah, he did. When you buy one bag, you get another one for free. It's a common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize.
Yep.
Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in 2 separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
In fact, like, if you got one, you definitely got a second one, so...
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
What the hell is her execution gonna be? God, she's gonna be, like, bisected live. Some shit.
It seems...
Well, no.
Desperate struggle is finally coming to an
Well,
end.
no. Like, they never do something, like, super... visibly fucked up. They might fry you and throw you into a volcano, but they're not gonna show you the body being disintegrated.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Garo, can you explain us your past?
It's already over.
Maybe we should have spent more time with her. Maybe we should have learned about what her deal was.
After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left,
Yes, comic books.
please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
There we go. Closing argument. Start. Begin. Okay. So I saw that. Okay. How do we? Okay. So this one is a fake for sure. Okay. What is this? What did the killer do after the broadcast? This one is a fake too. Okay. So these are the 2 fakes. So, the killer ripped off the music venue's wallpaper. Here. Done. Blue. There. Done. Yeah, maybe we should have done her events beforehand. Yeah. Well, I'm probably gonna do them in the post-game after I finish the main story. Wait, what's this? What's left of the surveillance camera unit? There we go. Done. Destroy the camera unit later. Last stock. Really? Okay, which ones are real, which ones are fake? Wait, how many do we have? 2... 3. That's it. Oh, this is very simple then. Okay, so this is a fake. And this is a fake. So it's the other 3. Video of the broadcast hanging. Yeah. Done. What did the killer do after the broadcast? They took out this thing. The only one left is this one. Done. Easy.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Easy.
The key to this incident.
That was
is the
very
surveillance
fast.
camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Mikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time.
Yep.
When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment.
Why my girl Ibuki though? Fuck you. Well, because she was super
That
submissive.
surveillance camera
But like,
unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue. So I immediately headed over there. That was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time.
Yep.
When in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point.
Yep, man, this chapter was relatively quick, especially considering the trial took pretty much half the time I thought it would. Yes, I was like, man, hopefully we can end this before like 1:30 a.m. But it's probably gonna go until like 3. It's like 12:30. Like it's past midnight just a little bit, and we're already doing the comic. We're just gonna have like the dialogue of the aftermath, and that's it. Arc 2. My girl.
I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside.
By the way, you were right. When I was gonna check on Ibuki, she was like, yeah, let's go check on Nagito actually. He's the one that was fucked up, so let's see him instead. Like, she's the one that like denied me from seeing Ibuki,
And
so that should have been a clue
switching
instantly.
places with me, they went inside the music venue.
I attributed it to the game, but I should have attributed it to the character.
And began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hiyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hiyoko's body hidden inside.
It's actually a pretty good like
Next,
illusion
the
trick.
killer destroyed the
I
surveillance
completely
camera
didn't
that was
notice
used
that.
in the conference room.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed
This
the
is
crime
very
scene into a closed room.
clever, actually, and elaborate,
They broke
considering
one
it's
of the
fucking
drumsticks from
Mikan.
the storage room and placed it near the music
Well,
venue's entrance.
everything about her personality is probably fake, so.
However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force
There was a
open the
moment where
music venue door,
Fuyuhiko
despite the fact
and
that they
Mikan
personally sealed it.
split, so. In fact, I might have to say that in a little bit. By the way, I want to point out, Fuyuhiko's doing the Yakuza kick. Like, Hajime's doing a normal kick. Chiaki's pushing normally, so is Mikan, but Fuyuhiko's doing that swag, hands off my pockets, I'm casually kicking like a Yakuza. That's pretty cool.
And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hiyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out.
Fuyuhiko nice, yeah.
Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Yeah. There we go. Done. She's like smiling and laughing while she... There we go. Alright, you crazy person. You know, the thing about Mikan is that, like, my first thought was like, alright, you're weird. There's something wrong about you. But then, over time, I was like, maybe you're cool. No. Should have trusted my gut more. Fuck you. You killed Ibuki. Die, bitch. Can I just say I love that design of Fuyuhiko's eye patch? It's like a dragon, isn't it? And I don't mean the game like a dragon. I'm gonna play that game eventually, by the way. Yakuza Like a Dragon. Fantastic game. Alright, girl. Alright, girl. I love the spinning complete 180 camera shot of like I'm going crazy that this game does sometimes.
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
Yeah.
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you.
Beneath a Sky at the Verge of Falling. One of the best JoJo chapters.
Feeling of despair.
Okay, girl. Are you an ultra despair girl? Are you one of them ultra despair girls? Like fucking like Junko? Are you the Junko of this game? Except that you're not the mastermind. You're just like a zealot of despair.
Mikon, what has happened to you?
Was that your true personality all
Whoa
along?
there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Fuck, she loves despair. God damn. Yeah. Okay, Monokuma, what do you have to say? We're not done. We're still doing dumb shit. That was very inconclusive. So, B, sure, I'll take it. We finished the third trial, bro. That was that was quick.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion.
Save. So, let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and
This fucking
cast your
Junko fangirl,
vote.
isn't she? Yeah, and Nagito's Makoto fanboy. Except that he like twists it
Who
into
be
something
chosen as
stupid.
the
Look at her.
blackened?
Look
Will
at
you
her.
make the right
Look at her.
choice or the dreadfully wrong
She's like having an orgasm over it.
one? Let's go!
Let's go! Brum, 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 brum. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Trial N, all rise.
Well now.
Now then, though it might be obvious at this point, you got it right once again. That's like 3 days in a row. That's right, the true identity of the horrifying blackened who killed 2 girls was Mika Tsumiki.
Damn it.
You gotta be shitting me. Are you saying Mikan, the one who nurses back to health, was the one who killed them?
Won't forgive you.
Don't joke around with me, Mikan. Don't you lie to us all along? Were you planning to kill them from the start when you were nursing them? You liked this character. And actually so did I.
Hey!
Can you just laugh? Something. This is going nowhere.
What's going on?
This chick.
Hey.
This is nothing like Miko. She's actually gone mental.
Well, that's all.
There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. She's no longer the Mikan Sumiki we knew. I liked this character, yeah. Huh?
Hey,
Based on my prediction, she might have caught it too. Oh, is that it? She got the disease. Oh, is that... Maybe that's what this is. Maybe she wasn't lying. Maybe she got the disease and it's now kicking in. That might save this character. This character might be saved. Maybe. She probably had the despair disease, which was the motive for this case.
What?
Mikan too, you say?
I
know, because I was looking at Mikan for so long, she was the one taking care of me after all. My consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her, her expression was... full of despair. A despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Oh, hold on, did you say Mikan also had the despair disease? That means she was...
what?
Hajime, has something crossed your mind? My body's heavy. Not just heavy, it's like something soft and really hot and... Yeah, we have to see this again. That's right, Mikan felt really hot at that time. Oh my god, that's it. That's the like one sliver of a hint that the game give you during the fan service moment. Actually, she was hot. That should have been your clue, dumbass. When you were feeling her boobs in your face, they were hot. Fucking fuck you, video game. Mikan felt really hot at that time. Now that I think about it, that must have been a high fever, just like what Ibuki and Akane had.
Cannot be.
Then, because of that disease, Mikan was...
Perhaps?
The symptoms that Shirley felt must have been deserving of the name despair disease. Oh my god, what the yes. Losing all hope and harboring despair for all hope. Because of the despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair. That's the reason why she can still laugh in such a hopeless situation. Monokuma can cure this, by the way. Monokuma cured the other three, so he could cure Mikan. By the way, that also means that like the only reason anything here happened is because people went crazy. It's because Monokuma deliberately actually fucked with their brains with chemicals for that to happen. Actually. Which fucking sucks. Because that means that two characters I liked a lot and one that I didn't died because of it.
Jeez.
Which means Mikan as standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's a completely different person now that she's infected by despair disease.
Isn't that right?
She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair. Shut up. Ultimate despair. That's the reason why I cannot forgive. That also means that, like, well, what I'm thinking is maybe Junko was also affected by this. Back then, Mukuro and Junko were affected by this shit. Because this is what I said before, that like the entire world got fucked by despair, like it spread like a disease. Well, it spread literally because it was a disease. Like 100%, I said that earlier when they introduced this despair disease nonsense a couple hours ago. It absolutely was that. It was like a pandemic. It makes you go crazy. But like over like hopelessness and, well, despair as a disease, literally. And that makes me think that Junko had this. And so did Mukuro. And like maybe the only reason why nobody else got it is because that could be a possibility. Yeah, he just referred to her as the ultimate despair, which makes me think that the ultimate despair that we already knew, Junko and Mukuro, they actually had the disease as well. And it makes me think that the only reason why no one else got it is because Mukuro died like instantly. And Junko never hung out with anyone because she was like isolated, right? So nobody else contracted it by like spreading, like the disease would work. So because we didn't get to spend time with Mukuro nor Junko. Or maybe we spent a little bit of time with Mukuro, which we did. We spent like 2 days with her. And that was enough for some of the other students in Trigger Happy Havoc to actually go crazy and kill people. And that could explain why Mondo killed someone, why Celeste killed people, why Leon killed someone. That could be. That actually legitimately could be a possibility. Am I blowing your mind? Am I blowing everyone's mind? Am I opening the door for the fucking dumb connection of the despair disease? I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of for the sake of hope.
Impossible.
There's no way I can forgive that. It's not her fault, you idiot. I'm kind of wondering if Hajime ever got the disease, but we didn't know because the story is from his point of view. What do you mean by that? Hajime got the disease. What if... Well, no, I was about to say, like, maybe Nagito is what happened if Makoto got the disease. Mikan was infected and she was so close to him all the time. Yeah, I get that. But what do you mean we didn't know because the story is from his point of view? That like if there was a scene where Hajime was crazy, we didn't know it. Because we didn't see it.
Oh?
For the sake of despair. That's completely wrong.
Huh?
Wrong. Wrong, what's wrong?
What I did
What I did?
was for the sake of my beloved.
Okay. Exposit.
Huh?
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 What are you talking about? If only they were still alive, they would be so happy. That's a good sprite. Obviously, he wouldn't think he was sick, would he? Yeah, probably. But he's not acting like weird in front of anybody right now. But he could have contracted it. I know. Okay.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who...
This game does an amazing job at showing you people having like orgasmic faces over bad things.
never hated me.
Okay.
They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me.
I would have accepted you if you didn't kill people. Well, you were crazy. Yeah, I don't have anything against the original Mikan. Yeah, I don't like that.
They gave me value. They loved me.
What are you talking?
I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation.
Everyone ahigaos in this game. I understand that I've done something unforgivable. But you know, to transcend all that is truly...
Love.
It's what love is all about. What are you on about?
Hey.
I don't understand what you're saying. You don't understand? Is it because you don't have anyone to love? Is it because you're also someone who isn't accepted by anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you. Fucking coming straight for the jugular on that one.
Well,
even if I say this, I'm sure nobody here would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. This feeling of freedom where you no longer care about anything. Okay, I'm just gonna just give me a second. I'm doing something. It's fine. I'm just gonna, yep, I'm gonna do that, and then I'll save. Yeah, we'll save it. Then we'll throw it in here. Okay, cool. That works. That works. That works. We're gonna do that. Then we're gonna, then we're gonna, if we do that, yeah, there we go. Now we, we can, yeah, we can put it like over here. That works. Might as well just do this, right? Might as well just fucking 100% go all in on it. There we go. It's fucking perfect, actually. It's actually fucking perfect, dude. Like, the moment she said that, I was like, that's something that's like almost exactly what Yuri said. I love you so much, I don't care anymore what happens. I was just like, yeah. My beloved and I are the only ones with it that didn't bail, and I'm just looking out through it. Sorry, I have to move her face a little bit for that one. Like, yeah, that works. That's why, as long as I'm on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, splash me with water, kick me. Girl. This is gonna be the thumb. Well, if the thumbnail for the YouTube video is this, I feel like it gives it away instantly. But okay. Do I keep it on? Do I just leave Yuri's face on, or? It's like nothing matters. I could just die. That's how little. Dude, it's perfect. It's actually perfect. It's like actually fucking perfect. cares about hope or despair. It's love. Only love.
Could it be?
Nagito, is this really the despair disease you were talking about?
This is...
It seems that... Okay, now I can't do this anymore. Now Yuri has to go. Okay, sorry. It's okay. Actually, let's... There's just gonna be a small Yuri. Just like... Here. There, this is fine. There's just gonna be a small Yuri there. There we go. I like that. There's just gonna be a small Yuri. It seems that I was wrong. Not only she was affected by despair. Nagito Yuri. No, no, no. You are half right. It's right to say that this is all thanks to that disease. It's a mixture of the disease with her like own fucking personal issues. Small Yuri. Yeah, like the joke is that like if anyone walks into the stream, maybe they won't notice that Yuri is there, being crazy in the corner. Because thanks to that disease, I was able to remember my beloved. You remember something from before? Nagito Yuri. You made me think of Nagori Yuki from Guilty Gear Strive. But Nagito Yuri is the worst possible thing it could have. Actually, that's gonna be the thumbnail for the stream. It's gonna be fucking Yuri's face on Nagito. That's the thumbnail. Remember? Apparently that's what my symptom was. What a wonderful symptom. Which means you had the remembering disease? But if this means she remembers something and ended up like this...
Such despair.
Are you saying you were like this from the start? Were you like this before you even came to this island? Okay. Hold on, this is interesting now. This is interesting. This means that her disease it was the remembering thing. She remembered everything. And she didn't go crazy because of the disease. She went crazy because she was already crazy before the disease happened. Well, what I think is the case is that like despair happened to the global scale before. Like we know despair consumed the world. She just remembered that that's what happened. And because she remembered that, she was like, well, fuck it, nothing matters anymore. I'm just gonna be crazy and kill people. Okay. Then. That is interesting. That is the most interesting way we can take this. I'm so angry. Well, first of all, the reason I became like this wasn't my fault. It was all your fault, you know? Because it's not like I'm entirely responsible for turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because of many human relationships. I mean, this is just facts in general. Applies to everybody. So it's everybody's fault that I turned out like this, you see? You're deflecting. Even so, the current me was most strongly influenced by my beloved's existence. And it was also my beloved who created me who created the me that everyone can't forgive. But my beloved still forgives me and still accepts me. That is the key difference between all of you and my beloved.
Don't fuck with me!
Like I said, who the fuck are you talking about? Are you saying this is Mikan? Okay, so this is just Mikan then. She's the real Mikan? Mikan, please answer me. Do you really remember? You ended up like this all because you remember? There's no way I can believe that. There's no way the person you are right now is the real Mikan. Ah, you still doubt me. Then, to prove I remember, I'll tell you something nice. It's about that world and the organizations you're all worrying about.
You serious?
You know? If this is the real Mikan, what are the real versions of the others? That would be really interesting. Well, because what I'm thinking is that this is Mikan post-apocalypse Mikan, right? Like, if you remember the apocalypse, the despair apocalypse, maybe you went crazy. But since these are versions of the characters that think that the world exists and is real and it's chilling, so this is before they went crazy. And if they remember, maybe some of them actually did go crazy. Not now, I just remember, that's all. I knew about it all along. How that horrifying organization known as World Ender is also the organization known as the Future Foundation. What does that mean? Future Foundation. That like makes me think of the future gadget lab from fucking Steins Gate. What is the fucking name of the people that make the Steins Gate's novels? Because it's something like that. The Future Lab or something. Future. The future's future. Oh. Yeah, the symbol on the door said Mirai, which was future, I remember now. That's right, the symbol on the ancient ruins door, that's right. It was the Japanese word for future, Mirai.
Hey.
Just what is the Future Foundation? What are they planning?
As the name suggests, that organization is the world ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end our world. But it's simple, they're trying to claim the world for themselves.
Is she referring to Junko and Mukuro? Maybe. Because if that place that we saw is Hope's Peak and it said future, which makes you think that they were like, okay, this is the hopes for the future. And now she's being like, well, they're the world ender. It could be referring to Junko, actually.
This is bad.
I'm still not sure if this takes place before or after. Well, maybe she's referring to the ideals that Junko planted on people. What the heck? This is a comic book, you know?
As part of their plan to end the world, the Future Foundation brought us to this island. Isn't that right, Monami?
I knew it! Monomi, Monokuma, they're both members of that crazy organization, aren't they? Monomi and I aren't members. I am Monokuma. My existence is entirely my own.
Hey.
Don't laugh. Hey, Mikan, if you really do remember, then you already know, right? You know the true identity of the traitor hiding among us.
Of course I know that. Let's see. The Future Foundation lackey that's hiding among you all is... Oh well, no one really cares about that, don't you think?
Of course not.
Oh, hell no!
You'll find that eventually, so there's no need to be so impatient.
At least you could have been useful at the end, Mikan. Come on.
Probably when that countdown ends.
Countdown? Oh shit. You even know about that?
Oh, I don't know anything.
Huh?
I have a feeling that's what it is, but who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love from the bottom of my heart. I just don't care about anyone or anything.
That is...
Mikan, is this really you?
I won't believe it. There's no way I can believe you were like this all along. Because if that's true, then who's the person we were spending time with until now?
The past.
Past?
That person, she didn't exist in the beginning. She's just my past self who lost her school memories. You guys consider that thing a friend? That doesn't make me happy at all, it just fills me with despair. You guys accepted my past self, but not my present self.
That's...
Well, that applies to you all as well. Memories of people, memories of events. Whatever memory it is, losing memories are like losing your personal identity. Memory is the most important component in building a person, don't you think? Losing our memory makes us shadows of the past, don't you think?
Hey.
I don't know what you're trying to say, but in the end it always leads back to that story. That story about our stolen school lives.
Hey.
So it was true all along. Our memories were taken away.
Damn it.
If it wasn't true, we wouldn't be suffering this much.
Why? Don't you think your sweet little time and remember at your own pace? Oh, Monokuma! Is it alright for you to start now?
Yes, indeed.
Punishment time?
Damn it, why? Mikan, why does he have to end like this? This is too pointless. This is too much.
Now then,
Now
I
then.
prepared a very special punishment.
For the ultimate nurse, Mikan Tsumiki.
So it's over.
It's
Really?
Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them.
Sure.
Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Alright. Let's go, Monokuma. Bonk. Game over. Mikan has been found guilty. Time for punishment. This sucks, but like imagine being in the other shoes. Imagine seeing this shit in person. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Dr. Killgood. Bye bye, ouchie, ultimate nurse, Mikan Sumiki. Execution executed. Oh, she's just gonna be euthanized. And oh, okay, what are we doing? What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Okay. Why a final panty shot? Why a final ass shot? She's gonna die the way she lived, doing fan service. What the fuck is this execution? So I don't know what that is. That's Monokuma. They launch her into space. What the fuck is this execution? Yes. So Monokuma decided, alright, I got this. For the ultimate nurse, I'm gonna get a giant arm. Okay? Then I'm gonna inject the giant arm with a giant needle of green stuff of dubious origin. I'm gonna put Mikan on top of it, and she's just gonna ride it into space because the arm is a rocket. Alright, we got a final ass shot. Mikan's dead. She was launched into space. Alright, let's move on. That was certainly not Monokuma's best idea. I mean, it could have been the best idea. You don't know that. It depends on it depends on what you consider good or bad. It was the dumbest idea. It's finished. Is it really finished? The killer who killed Ibuki Miura and Hiyoka Sayonji was Mikan Tsumiki, and she's been executed. She apparently committed her crime because she was afflicted by the despair disease. So what? What's finished? Nobody wanted it to end this way.
Let me ask.
Who was that Mikan from earlier? Was that her true form, or is that itself a symptom of the despair disease? It doesn't matter either way. If she ended up like this, that's just from remembering. Then all along, Mika was never worth being a symbol of hope.
But
Even if her words were influenced by the despair disease, if the disease turned her into that, if she lost herself to a simple disease, she was definitely unworthy of being a symbol of hope. Can we kill him next?